home means something different to each and every one of us. Therefore, I've decided to visit every place where our citizens call home. The Kingdom of Erusia is a land of diversity. Each region has its own unique and special culture.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Erusia only has 5 IRBM silos in total. Therefore, the enemy's made a number of fake silos to try and throw our bombers off the scent.
Did you say fake?
They're painted to look like the real thing from the sky. You can't tell the difference.
It's the wing of that LRSSG that brought down that Arsenal bird. We've got the bombs. You do the terminal guidance.
In order to use the targeting pods, you'll need to change weapons first. Try to align the missile silo with the circle in the center of your HUD. When you're lined up, hit the firing switch and the bomb will drop. You're gonna need to keep the silo aligned until the bomb hits. The enemy set up anti-air weapons in multiple locations.
We need to work together to take them down.
Missile launched.
Strider 4, Fox 2. Target destroyed.
Caution. Pull up.
You're falling behind on the targets. Try to align the missile silo with the circle in the center of your HUD.
Caution. Caution. Pull up.
They have a lock on me.
Keep the targeting pod trained on that silo until the payload is delivered.
This is a serious mission. Was it Wiseman who gave Strider 2 to count? A formation changes every mission. I'm sure he has a reason for it.
I'll believe that when I see it. I'm just glad he won't be there to chew my ear off.
Caution.
The bomb was off its mark. The target is still standing. Dropping another bunker buster will take some time. Aim carefully. Trigger, the bomb has been dropped.
Bunker buster hit its mark. Time for fireworks.
Destruction of first missile silo confirmed.
The IRBM is aimed at the Ocean garrison. Soldiers' lives are at stake. We have no time.
They completely lost it. We can bet on it.
Let's end this madness. Bunker buster away. That was a mistake. No structures visible.
Acquired.
Normal missiles won't even put a dent in these silos.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Five minutes remaining.
The sky feels open and free today. As a Cyclops, I felt like a bird in a cage. Once this mission's over, I guess we'll be back under the company commander's thumb again. What a pain in the ass.
We don't know when they'll launch.
We'll be on time.
Trigger, the bomb has been dropped.
Look, there's fire shooting up from the ground.
Missile silo destroyed. That makes 2. No launch signs yet.
Enemy has a lock!
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in. They don't appear to be going after our bomber. Take them out if they interfere with our mission.
Bunker buster away.
Missile.
The targeting pod failed to guide the bomb to the target.
Missile.
Trigger, missile incoming!
Missile.
Missile inbound! Evade! We did it! That takes care of that. Nice work. I'm like a wolf that's been let off its leash. These guys won't know what hit
The
them.
fighters if they get in the way.
I thought you were a bird freed from its cage.
They shot down one of us. They got a lock on you, Strider 1.
I've been spiked.
Caution. Pull up.
You're almost blind in there. Stay sharp.
Remaining.
Missile. Missile.
Target destroyed. pod failed to guide the bomb to the target.
Evading enemy missile.
Caution. Pull up.
2 minutes remaining.
Lock bandit.
Confirming Strider 1 destroyed target.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Evading enemy missile. I'm screwed. Abandoning aircraft. Strider 1, we have coordinates. Firing the bunker buster. All right. Now let's take out those remaining silos.
Missile silo destroyed.
Where do we look next?
1 minute remaining.
Target is eliminated.
Caution. Pull up.
Seconds remaining.
Strider 1, we have coordinates. Firing the bunker buster.
Missile.
Should buy us some time.
Missile.
Trigger, the bomb has been dropped.
Right on the money.
Hit. Target destroyed.
The fewer there are, the harder they are to find. Good luck.
Missile. Missile.
There's only one silo remaining.
Missile.
Wait,
Missile.
what the hell is that?
Missile.
Alert! We've detected an IRBM launch. Confirmed signature on our radar. Launch site is this dam.
Not from the silos?
They certainly hit it well. We still have a chance. Shoot it down before it reaches critical altitude.
Enemy has a lock.
There'll be more missiles from the remaining silos.
That's what you get for half-assing it.
Missile.
Strider 1, missile.
Missile. Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your rear.
Confirmed signature on our radar.
Attack this.
Warning, we confirm another launch. Take it out.
I'm behind my target.
Bandit sighted.
Additional launch confirmed.
Incoming!
Enemy blocked me. Breaking off.
The target will soon reach critical altitude. Target acquired. The target will soon reach critical altitude. All of the missiles have been destroyed.
That was cutting it pretty close. I was starting to get a little nervous.
You're telling me. You had us sweating up here, and there wasn't even anything we could do about it. Glad we were partnered with you on this operation.
That went about as expected. Be
Star
sure to
warning.
include in the report how much ass I
Star
kicked while
warning.
off the company commander's leash.
Star warning.
Roger
Star
that,
warning.
and I'll be sure to include all the crap you said about Wiseman, too.
Erusea only has 5 IRBM silos in total. Therefore, the enemy's made a number of fake silos to try and throw our bombers off the scent.
Did you say fake?
They're painted to look like the real thing from the sky. You can't tell the difference.
It's the wing of that LRSSG that brought down that arsenal bird. We've got the bombs. You do the terminal guidance.
We have successfully prevented an enemy ballistic missile attack. Strider Squadron, you did very well without your unit commander. We are now preparing for the final stage of our long-range operation, seizing the capital. With the loss of an arsenal bird, followed by the destruction of their ballistic missile base, Erusea is running out of ways to counter. This is a great opportunity for the Osean army to bolster our power to eventually take down the Erusian capital of Farbanti. The special long-range strategy is entering its final phase. Our objective is to attack and capture the Erusian Air Force Base in Cape Rainy in northern Erusea. This important base is at the forefront of our strategy to establish control of Farbanti. Under the cover of night, our plan is that all squadrons will invade from the valley to the south and mount an air assault on the area. The enemy's observation field has eyes on the skies above the valley, so your altitude will need to be restricted. If you go over a certain altitude, the enemy could spot you, ending the mission in failure. Keep that in mind. Once you arrive, you are to take out the enemy's air defense forces as soon as possible and prepare for the support squadrons. When the air defense forces are neutralized, the helicopter squadron should arrive carrying Marines. The plan is to take control of the base. Getting through the valley is only half the job.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Beginning nighttime aerial refueling process. Be careful of reduced visibility. 1,500 meters to tanker.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out.
Caution. Pull up.
Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, Basilisk 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their wills.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, follow you in. Good luck.
Caution.
Understood.
Pull up. Caution.
Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Caution. Pull up.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. And the best thing about Strider Squadron is that our leader keeps his mouth shut.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Watch your speed.
Caution. Pull up.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Caution. Pull up. 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 Caution. Pull up.
You just passed through waypoint 4. Radio silence has been lifted. You're almost at the base.
We made it. That was quite the roller coaster ride.
Visual confirmation on the airbase. Reach destination.
Commence the attack. It's time for their wake-up call. The longer it takes, the worse off we'll be. Hurry up. Finish him off.
All right, let's give him a beating.
Target acquired.
Pull up.
Who the hell did they come from?
They took out our leader's bird! Hurry or they'll roast us on the ground!
Fire up the searchlights! I can't see where the enemies are coming from!
It looks like the enemy's air defenses are online. I guess they finally decided to wake up. Keep up the attack. The sooner we finish this thing, the better.
This is Basilisk 1. Arrived in the AO. Landing now.
Roger that. If the enemy is still present in large numbers when our ground forces arrive, the mission will be a failure. Go help our allies.
Be quick. Gotta move on time when means is free.
Your jokes haven't gotten any better.
Missile.
Missile, evade!
Pull up.
We've lost 30% of our AA guns. Don't fire blindly. That'll reveal our position.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Broadcast. Hostiles are still near the LZ. Can't make our approach.
Multiple helicopters spotted. Do you have a visual on them? Strider 1, I need you to take out those enemies at the LZ.
Missile.
Target acquired.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Taking bandit.
Caution. Pull up. Missile. 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 Missile.
Evading.
Missile. Caution. Pull up.
Gotcha, pal.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
That's the last of our NGO guns. They've all been taken out.
The timing couldn't be worse. This puts our delivery staff in danger. Strider 1, target destroyed.
This is Basilisk 1. Landing now.
Missile.
Trust your allies and keep moving. Space is ours for the taking.
Missile.
Wait the base, Commander. What are you waiting for?
Okay, that takes care of all the SAM sites.
We've engaged the enemy reinforcements. Requesting immediate close air support.
Copy that. We'll send some your way.
Pizza guy's in trouble. Let's help him out.
It's all right. Those two Ozian big shots will take care of them for us.
Target eliminated. Great work.
Okay, that attack just took out the enemies on the front line. The way ahead is cleared up. Have our thanks.
Give me a damage report. We've suffered heavy losses. This is more than a surprise attack.
All enemy fighters down.
I feel their pain, I really do. But this is war.
Picking up an enemy squadron. Must be the reinforcements they called in.
Confirmed at least one leader. It's the one with the 3 scratches.
Emergency! See the enemy reinforcements? They're stopping us! We can't do anything about their air power. We need support.
2 remaining. 1 last enemy fighter.
Ambush! Stay cool! Reform the ranks! Lancaster, requesting close air support.
Caution. Pull up.
Strider squadron, enemy reinforcements. Get some goddamn support there now.
The enemy numbers are small. Don't give in. Fight until the very end.
That takes care of that. Nice work. We did it. That's the last of them. We've achieved air superiority.
Eliminated.
Control warning.
This is 2-2. We're stuck. We won't be able to capture the base at this rate.
Keep your heads down. 3 strikes will take care of the enemy. That's it. Take out those 2. We can force our way inside the facility.
Caution.
Target shot down.
Target has been destroyed.
Target's destruction confirmed. That air support was right on the money.
Keep pushing the enemy on their heels.
Okay, start running on the count of 3.
Great. I get to finally send my boys in to ring the doorbell.
There's still quite a few enemies holed up in there. However, we can't afford to wait any longer. Begin the assault.
If anyone resists, kill them. Contact! 2 o'clock! Go! Go! Fire!
Sarge, tear down that barricade!
How'd it go? This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours. We have control of all major functions.
Glad the pizza was on time. Whew. Roger that, Basilisk 1. Mission accomplished.
All prisoners of war will be treated in accordance with international law. We've even brought pizza.
Looks like they can shred those wills.
I'm already getting an earful from the men over the needless paperwork.
No joke.
Okay, go ahead and begin your approach. We'll do the flight control.
Roger that.
Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The runway is clear.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1.
Excellent work on the night raid. Submarines have arrived from the Ocean mainland and are refueling. This base will serve as a frontline platform for our mission to take Farbanti. We're almost at the end of this operation.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, he was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys I was tough. I trust I can count on all you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, and come back in one piece.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Missile.
Cute. Ah, that's real funny.
Controls are down. Ejecting.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy missile detected. Evading.
Fox 2!
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Missile inbound! Evade! Come on, dodge that missile!
Ramming Fox 2. Breaking to escape lock.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Vermont Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. We can use some air support. Vehicle eliminated.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital. I'm trying to break.
Fox 2.
Where's these guys come from? My job just got that much harder.
Half the enemy's already down. That LR SSG is really something.
In gun range.
Roger. Mark will be secured. The OC and Big Shot's cleared away.
HQ! We're falling back! We don't stand a chance against their air support!
Hold your ground. Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
Locked on!
Missile.
Target down and out!
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Locked on.
Come on, control. It's up to you now.
Strider 1, locked on target.
I'm behind my target.
Enemy missile chasing me.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
Locked on.
Missile.
Target's been wiped out.
Hold them! Don't let them through! This!
Caution.
Breaking lock. Evading.
The missile took out a lot of armaments.
Okay, Trigger. The submerged area is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Ushin.
Roger.
Missile away.
It's raining missiles out here. Watch yourself.
Target acquired.
They're after me. I need cover. Strider 2, missile incoming.
Missile.
The
Missile.
enemy is desperately trying to stop our advance. This is going to be tough to spot.
Caution.
Three strikes overhead. Lady Luck's now on our side.
Vessel confirmed sunk.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given these circumstances.
Missile.
It's not every day that you fight a naval battle over the city.
Locked on bandit.
Hang in there. 3 strikes will be here soon. We're pinned down.
Everyone's requesting backup. I'll take forever to get here.
Considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood.
Understood.
All right.
Understood. Understood.
Understood.
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait.
Steer clear of the sunken Allied ships. Just how many did we lose?
The 3 sharks is back.
What do you mean retreat? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing.
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Hostile forces moving near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that.
Drive the enemy back. Take out these pests. Reduce altitude. Fly between the buildings.
Got one on my tail.
That area's all yours, Strider. We'll back up main squadron.
Fox 2!
Taking a look. Evading!
Missile, evade!
Positive flare. Locked on. Missile fired. Evaded. In position behind bandit.
Missile.
Let me slide in on that tail.
Missile. Missile.
The enemy's got a lock.
Missile.
Lost half our men? What about the reinforcements?
They got me.
In gun range.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Missile.
The enemy is showing signs of fatigue. Deal the final blow.
We're gonna make it positive. We'll follow this way from the yard. This is the source. There are small boats hiding in the ruins.
Enemy on your tail.
Take them out before they can approach the fleet. The enemy is worn out. Try our chance.
Missile.
Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Show them how Osea fights this battle.
Missile.
You did really well out there. This is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
I don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece. We need more air support. We can't hold the bridge much longer without it.
Call reinforcements! Damn it! Should have known it sooner! Fatigue is starting to set in. Maintain your composure. We're almost through this. All of the sunken ships making water shallow.
We're deadlocked. Is there something we can do?
Missile. Missile.
Understand it,
Star
man.
warning.
5 minutes remaining.
Star warning.
Watch the plane with the 3 strikes. Are you sure? Is there really no pilot from Stonehenge?
Backup isn't coming. They're defending HQ.
Bandit down.
It's no use. We have to retreat.
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy.
Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
Enemy shot down. Up the pressure. We're almost there. We've just about broken through the enemy's defenses. This is phase 1.
Enemy on your
The Viking
six.
reconstruction part is under our control. Now, on to the enemy headquarters. Hey, those are our planes. Give them a wave. tide of battle in our
Missile.
favor.
Missile is closing. Strutter
Missile.
1, break! Strutter 1, missile launched.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
APC eliminated.
Missile. Missile. Stall warning. Stall warning.
Finish them!
SAM site destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy has a lock on me.
Target eliminated.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Forward! We still have a chance at victory! It's much easier to defend once you've taken up a attack position.
3 minutes remaining.
It's no use.
Target acquired.
Landed on your tail.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missile inbound. Missile inbound.
Missile.
Missile away.
I've been spiked.
Missile inbound! Evade!
Fox 2, Fox 2.
The balance is in our favor. Enemy stock me! Breaking off! Don't let them through!
2 minutes remaining. Hostile vessel destroyed.
Missile.
Strider 1, warning, missile.
Check the port side! We need to retreat!
I need cover.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Dodge that missile.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
I'm trying to break! Spiked! Breaking away! Victory is so close I can almost
Strider 1,
taste it!
missile away. Vessel confirmed sunk.
Caution.
Don't stop!
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. 1 minute remaining.
Trigger has destroyed the target. Strider 3 launching missile. Not bad, not bad.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Missile.
Missile, missile.
Missile.
Hostile bandit, attack!
Missile.
We'll have our forces neutralized!
Missile.
Ship building!
30 seconds remaining.
Ready? Fire! Got the crews to give us air support! The team to beat lock! Allied shutdown!
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Our trained combat vehicles are knocked out! They've mostly fallen to the enemy's air support!
You're mine.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
Ah, you're right.
Enemy stock me!
New bogies.
Breaking up!
No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. Rex.
What's going on here? I don't believe it! We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The The 2 leaders are on a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst. Shaking bandit. Wow,
You sure he's healed?
Cyclops 3, we've been hit. We gotta eject.
Take him out one by one.
Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you'll shoot down Mr. X.
What? I'm hit!
Strider 1, enemy is locked on.
Missile.
Strider 4, bandit on your 6.
All right, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride.
Seymour, your plane has had it. Eject. Forgive me. Good luck.
Missile.
Say goodbye. Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger. My boys won't let you have it.
Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
Oh, Cal, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. You're all grown up. I'll even let the wisecrack slide.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
Target is hit. Nice. Fine. Give him one more.
Caution.
Missile away.
Stall warning.
You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot.
Strider 1 is down.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are on a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Missile. Missile.
Seymour, your plane has had it. Eject. Forgive me. Good luck.
Scratch the last escort.
We need to be extra careful if we want to split up the 2 leaders. Eject while you can still talk.
First ship is sunk. Single fighter coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering enemy damage.
I have a lock.
Locked on bandit.
Strider 1, missile away.
Mr. X is eating through the Ocean forces.
No, 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 no. Who are these guys?
Taking evasive action.
This is Cyclops 3. I've been hit. I gotta eject. Warning, missile in the air.
Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
All right, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride. Target is hit. Nice, fine. Give him one more. In gun range.
You're mine.
Taking fire. Shaking bandit.
Fox 2.
Taking evasive action.
show's over with this next shot. It wasn't a bad pilot.
Wiseman, missile closing!
I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops 1 is
Wiseman,
down.
eject already, Wiseman!
I'm sorry, Count. This
Oh,
plane
wow.
exploded.
Wiseman, stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. Duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Wilco count. Damn, I want to go to Trigger's aid, but I can't keep up.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Taking fire.
Pull up.
Missile hit.
Good job.
Alright!
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get
Vehicle.
Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. My radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn
glitching
it.
out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is
Star
that?
warning.
A star?
warning.
No, maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Brabant's now under Ocean control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osia's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osia and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osian convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant, Masa, it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.